A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the Honorable Governor and the Governor's Secretariat, I welcome the principal, the faculty, and all the students of CLS Academy. Today is a very happy occasion for the both of us because this is not something which we do very often at Raj Bhavan. So CLS Academy is very fortunate that the Honorable Governor has organized this interactive session with you. So a brief introduction from our side. As we all know, Dr. Haribabu Kambhampati is the Honorable Governor of Mizoram. To his right, we have Pu Vilal Sangliana. He's an IAS officer. He's the Secretary to the Governor. And to the left of Honorable Governor, we have Pu Joseph Lalrin Oma. He's a senior MCS officer, and he's the Additional Secretary to the Governor. Then at the back, we have Puzo Nuntara. He's from the Mizoram Police Service. He's a police officer, and he's the ADC to the Governor. I request Mr. Saurabh to please stand up and look around. He's Mr. Saurabh Kama. He's the OSD to the Governor. Then P. F. Herliani, she's the PA to the Governor. Then, of course, you all know very well, Pila Rampari, please stand up. She's the additional PS to the Governor, and her daughter is in fact studying class 10 in CLS Academy. So I am Lalanga Izwala, I'm a MCS officer, and I'm the private secretary to the Governor. And Honorable Governor, we are very fortunate to have him as the Governor because he's a very, very seasoned politician, an academician, an extinguished person all around. Honorable Governor has a background in engineering. In fact, he has a PhD in engineering. And for a very long time, in fact, for 24 years, he was an associate professor at Andhra University Engineering College. And he was a student leader right from his student days. He was a political leader from back then. Subsequently, he was elected to the Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly. He was an MLA. Then again, he was elected to the parliament. He was a member of parliament in the Lok Sabha from Visakhapatnam. And not only that, he was no ordinary MP, he was the chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Energy. So Mizoram is very, very fortunate to have a governor like him. He has been the governor for more than 2 years. And within this very short period, he has traveled to all the districts of the state. So he knows the people of Mizoram, he loves the people of Mizoram, and he has done a lot of things for our state. And again, I would like to stress that this is something that we do not do very often. In fact, I've been here 7 years. I cannot recall one occasion where we have this kind of interaction session with the students. So you are indeed very fortunate to meet the constitutional head of the state. You must be well aware, you must have studied in school, that the governor is the head of the state. So in our country, we have a federal system of government, you know. We have a very strong union government at the center, and the Honorable Governor is the representative of the union government in the state of Mizoram. He's a very important link between the state of Mizoram and the union government. So with that being said, I request the principal to kindly come up on stage and share a few words.
As the saying goes, success is not about reaching the goal itself. It is about who we become in the process. In the light of the said quote, I am certain that the CLS Academy 5 years ago would be accelerated to see us here today on this very solemn and auspicious occasion. Good morning, everyone. It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful event. On behalf of our school, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency, the Governor of Mizoram, Dr. Haribabu Kambhampati, for sparing us his valuable time amidst his busy schedule. Sir, all the works that you have done for our state are so commendable and applaudable. You have been an active participant in every aspect of governance, tirelessly working towards the prosperity of not just the state as a whole, but the flourishing of every district within it. You make sure that Mizoram plays a vital role in the rise of our great nation. Sir, we have faith and hope that under your governance, Mizoram will continue to flourish as it was destined to do so. With your visionary leadership, we anticipate a future filled with prosperity and progress for both Mizoram and our beloved India. I would now like to talk this opportunity and introduce to you all about our school, mentioning some important points and the few steps that have been initiated so far. CLS Academy, established in 2018 with classes ranging from 5th to 8th, has progressively grown over the years. In 2019, we expanded our horizon to include students from LKG to class 9. And in 2020, we proudly introduced class 10. It has been our relentless pursuit of excellence that has driven us to these achievements. Our school's accomplishments include a remarkable 3-year streak of 100% continuous distinction in the HSLC examinations. Moreover, our Class 8 category students earned the prestigious first prize in 2022 Mizoram Mathematics Competition, showcasing our commitment to academic excellence. At CLS Academy, our vision and goal are crystal clear: to guide and develop our students, making them aware of the potential bestowed upon them by the divine. We aim to nurture this potential to an optimum level, enabling each individual to choose a promising career path and secure a bright future. Our institution was founded with the purpose of serving the youth of Mizoram and in the process serving the greater good. To conclude my speech, I would like to say that today's event is also going to be one of the very important milestones for our school that we would never forget. Once again, we thank you for giving us this memorable occasion that we, CLS Academy, would always cherish and hold dear to our hearts. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you to the principal for that speech. And I would again just like to mention that we are currently in the Darbar Hall of Raj Bhavan. This is a very historic building, and this is the place where even the honorable governors themselves are sworn in when they become the governors. So ministers are sworn in this building. So again, you are very fortunate that you are in this Darbar Hall of Raj Bhavan. I'm sure that you will cherish this memory, especially for the students. So now we will have the interactive session with the honorable governor. I think honorable governor can remain seated, please, and we will give him the microphone and he will share with you whatever he wishes to share with you. And if there is a need for interaction, I'm sure the students have some interesting questions for the honorable governor, and honorable governor may also like to know some things from you. So we have our staff on duty. The microphone will be given to you. You just kindly raise your hand. So we will give the floor to the honorable governor now, and we'll have the interaction session.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to see you all today in Raj Bhavan for an interaction. And I always love to be among the students. If we are among the students, among the younger generation, we also will have a feeling that we are still young. And when the request has come that the students would like to visit Raj Bhavan and have some interaction, I was very happy to accept and arrange this program. Normally, I don't want to give any speech, but whatever I would like to tell you, I think it will be in the course of time when you raise certain questions. And in between, I may feel to speak on something else. I think we can straight away start our interaction. Uh, Before going for interaction, every student who is pursuing his education, I think this ninth class and 10th class are very crucial years, because you have to firm up your ideas, what to become in your future. If you have a goal, if you have an objective to reach, then you can formulate your path how to achieve that. Therefore, I believe that by this time you will be having your own ideas, firm determination that I should become something in the society. To become that in the society, we are pursuing education to achieve our aims. Therefore, I would like to know from you, normally the students have 3-4 objectives. Number one, I should become a doctor. That is one fascination for the students in their future life, that they should become doctors. How many of you have that objective that I should pursue medical education and I should become medical doctors? Can you raise your hands? Those who have the intention to become doctors? Okay, thank you. Then another profession people are interested is to become an engineer. I should pursue engineering graduation. I should get some seats in the prestigious institutes like Indian Institute of Technology or National Institute of Technology, NIT, like that. How many are interested to pursue engineering education? Can you raise your hands? Only 2, 3, very few. Our secretary is being introduced to you as a senior IAS officer. IAS is one of the most promising career. Those who want to enter into government service and also by that position to serve the people. As you know, IAS is one of the important cadre in executing the decisions of the government, the executive, where the politicians legislate the legislations. The executive will execute those decisions. It is one of the top high official positions. How many of you would like to appear for civil service examinations and aim at becoming IAS officer or an IPS officer? Civil services. Quite few number. Right, it's good. I aim to join the government service. I want a government job. You may be appearing for Mizoram Civil Service Commission examination. or any other government examinations we conducted. I want to enter into government service as an employee. Those who want to aim at government job, can you raise your hands? Nobody. Nobody wants to enter into government service. It's very nice that you are not aiming at government employment. Okay, nowadays, the employment in government is not that lucrative in terms of emoluments, money. The private companies, maybe multinational companies, or big corporate houses in our country like Tata's, Ambani's, Adani's, Birla's, like that. I don't want to join in government service, but I want to join in the private sector. I aim at getting an employment opportunity in big companies. How many of you are interested in that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because there is no limit for the salary or emoluments in the private sector. But however efficient you are, the emoluments in government sector are limited. It is fixed. Even if you serve very well, better than anybody else, your salary will be the same as the person who will not work. Therefore, there is no incentive in government sector because of certain conditions prevailing in our society. But there is no limit in the private sector. The merit will be rewarded as per their requirement. Therefore, that is also one of the lucrative area where one can think about. There is one profession which doesn't require any qualification. Anybody can enter into that profession. That is what is that? That is politics. How many of you would like to enter into politics and aim at becoming MLA or MP or any other position representing the people, and I would like to serve the people by becoming something like MLA, MP, etc. How many of you are interested in joining politics? One second. Oh, back. Okay, 2. I am very happy to see all of you that you have some objective or the other. And some people may have an idea that I don't want to work under somebody. I will try to enter into a profession or into a job, into a work where I can start something, some economic activity like business or industry or whatever it is. That is what we call the entrepreneurship. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to start some economic activity. I would like to become businessman. and earn money. Those who have intention to become entrepreneurs, can you raise your hands? Yeah, quite a number of people. Good. May I know how many people are there among the students who have not raised their hands so far for anything? Can you raise your hands? So far, those who did not raise their hands. That means you don't have any idea. Or you have ideas? Yeah, I would like to know what ideas you have. Those who have not raised their hands when I ask certain categories. Please, one by one. I would like to become lecturer. That is teaching. Oh, that category has not come. When I asked you whether you are interested to enter into teaching. Okay, very nice.
Sir, I'd like to become a professor at a university.
Teaching is
Sir, I would like to become a professor in a university.
which subject you are interested? Mathematics. Oh, very good.
Sir, I would like to become a lawyer.
Become lawyer. Yes.
Sir, I would like to build my own school one day.
You want to build more school?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Sir, I would like to become a writer.
Writer.
Yes, sir.
Writer means you would like to become a poet, poems. What do you mean by becoming writer? Novelist.
Sir, I would like to become a lawyer.
Very good.
I would like to become a kindergarten teacher.
Kindergarten teacher. Very good.
Sir, I would like to become a chartered accountant.
Chartered accountant.
Sir, I would like to become an army officer.
Army officer.
Yes.
Very good.
Sir, I would like to become an artist and a musician.
Musician.
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody who would like to become a commercial pilot? 1, 2. This side? This side, who have not raised their hands when I ask certain categories, those, yeah, you can.
Sir, I would like to become an army officer.
Army officer. Very good.
Sir, I would become an army officer.
Sir, I would like to become an army officer.
I think my advice to the school administration is that we know their ambitions and they should be aware of the means, ways and means, how to achieve that object. I think that sort of a counseling, career counseling, we should be able to give in the school itself so that they will be aware and aim at what way they can proceed. Normally in the school, the teachers will be the role models for the students. Therefore, many of the students will try to imitate the teachers. I think I remember in my school days, I used to imitate the signature of my teacher. I used to sign as he signs. Therefore, the first requirement for any student is he should have clarity in life what he should become. Okay, you may have lot of objectives. Out of 100, only 40, 50, 60% of the people may be able to achieve their objectives. But while aiming at achieving your objective, you may end up somewhere. Suppose if there is no ambition for you, there will be no goal for you, then you don't know how to go about and how to travel. Therefore, first requirement is to set our goal. What is our goal? What is our objective? I think most of you have set your goals. Is it right? Therefore, you are in 9th and 10th standard? 8th and 9th. 10th standard, you have not yet started. Next year you will start. Okay. After finishing your 10th, you are going out of the school. Or you will be having 11th and 12th also in the school. But as of now, it is not there. Therefore, after completing your 10th class, appearing this HSS examination, then you have to go for 11th and 12th. Here it is intermediate or 1 year PUC course after 10th. 11 and 12, that is almost intermediate course. 2-year course, that is junior college you should enter. I think while entering into the junior college, you have to choose your streams, how to go about. Whether you want to become an engineer or a doctor. If you want to become an engineer, you have to choose MPC. If you want to become a doctor, you have to go for BPC stream. If you want to go for chartered accountancy, you should choose commerce, accounts, economics, and so on. Therefore, once you set your objective while you are in the school, it is very easy which path you have to choose in your college, intermediate. I think this is the important stage for you to set your objective, choose your aptitude, subjects as per your aptitude, and try to achieve your goal and become something in the life and work for your objectives. The second thing I would like to tell you is that you are very fortunate that you are a school student in these days. Why I am saying this? When we were at your age, when we were in the school, in those days, we don't have any facilities which you have today. You may be surprised to know that we used to learn English alphabets when we attain age of 10 or 11. When we entered into the school in 6th class. Up to 6th class, we don't know even English alphabets. We have not seen any computer until we attain age of 30 to 35 years. We have not seen the television until we attain 35 years of our age. But you are very fortunate to have all these things while you are very little, even before entering into the school. You are able to see TV programs, you are able to see laptop computers, iPads, and you are able to play games on the computer, on the iPad. All these things are not there when we were students, but you are having all these facilities. We don't know what is internet. When people were talking about email IDs living in United States of America, I could not understand what is this email ID. When we don't have internet, you cannot appreciate the significance of email ID. I think I had my email ID in my 45th year. I think in the year 1999 or 2000. How many of you have email IDs? Please raise your hands. I have email ID. Okay. How many of you have smartphones? Everybody. We don't know what the smartphone is until few years back. Why I am saying this is that we have grown up in the times where we don't have all these facilities for us. But you have all the facilities available to you. The information is at your fingertips. You have the opportunity to know everything what is happening in the world. Therefore, my appeal to you is to utilize the technological advances that are available to you. Utilize them in a better way to achieve your objective, what you have set. You will be surprised to know when we wanted to have a landline telephone connection, I have to wait for 5 years after applying for my telephone connection. Can you imagine those days, such difficulties? Now, if somebody says like this, you can hear it as a story. But today, if you want a telephone, you can have it within a day. Your SIM card will be activated within minutes. You need not wait for your telephone connection. But those were the days people have waited for telephone connection for 5 years. How many of you have the bank accounts? Can you raise your hands? Why others do not have any bank accounts? Your parents have not encouraged you to open an account. I think even for 12 years they can open an account. I think this is one area where the school administration can take interest and see that they open at least one bank account in their nearby bank branches. Yes. Yeah. And we should encourage the students to learn the financial issues. That is what we call the financial literacy. They should have how to operate the bank account and all that. And to encourage the habit of savings. Suppose if their parents give 100 rupees, at least they should be taught to save 10 rupees out of 100. How many of you know about digital money transactions? How many of you have Google Pay? Can you raise your hands? Google Pay account to pay money to somebody else, to transfer money from, I think if you buy something, you can transfer money through Google Pay. Do you know that? You are aware of Google Pay. You are aware of Phone Pay. Phone Pay? I think this is another area where we should teach them how to do the financial digital transactions. They should be aware, I think, at least for students in 9th, 10th classes. Now it is matter of seconds to transfer money from one account to the other account. In old days, if you are studying somewhere else in Shillong or Guwahati, if your parents have to send some money for your expenditure, now it is very easy. If you have account, if you have Google Pay, through Google Pay, within seconds you get your money in your account. But in those days, did you hear anything about money order? You know about anything, something like that, money order? No. I think nowadays it is not in practice. If a student staying in any hostel, if he has to receive money from their parents will deposit money in the post office in that particular village or town to the address where you are staying. The postman, after 1 week, he will come to you and pay that money which he got deposit from your parents. That is the money order we used to get after 1 week or 10 days if you want money. Now after digital transactions, even in banks, the demand drafts have gone. There are no demand drafts today. In those days, demand draft will be given. The demand draft, if you deposit in your account, they will take about 1 week time, 10 days time to collect and then pay to you. All those things have gone now. Now India is the premier country in the world in digital financial transactions. That is UPI payments. Did you hear about UPI? Unified Payment Interface? UPI ID? I think as I was talking like email ID, you should have UPI ID for making your financial transactions the next coming days. I think these are the things you have to learn and live with them in your day-to-day life. I wish as students you should be well aware of all these technological developments which will enable the people to have hassle-free activities. Such is the convenient situation in which you are living today as a student. Therefore, make use of all these things. try to achieve your objectives, what you have in your mind. And the third aspect is, my sincere advice is that you should have the mobility. You should be able to travel to as many places as possible to have the exposure. How many of you so far did not go out of Mizoram? I have not gone out of Mizoram so far. How many of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have gone out of Mizoram. I visited only one state other than Mizoram. How many of you? You might have gone to Meghalaya, you might have gone to Assam, you might have gone to Tripura, it is a neighboring state, like that. How many of you have visited only one state other than Mizoram? I have visited 2 states other than Mizoram. How many of you? I visited the national capital, Delhi. How many of you visited the national capital? Okay. I think in our school days, we were encouraged to go for excursions. The school itself used to organize for 5-day excursion, 3-day excursion, to different places, only to see that the students will have more exposure to outside the world, outside their places. Do you have such type of programs in the school? Yeah. I think that is one way to create exposure for the students to the outside world. Of course, there are certain difficulties in the state of Mizoram to travel because transport facilities are meager. But I expect the railway line to Sairang will be completed within short period of time, maybe by March or April. Once the railway line is to be completed, I hope you will be having a direct train from Sairang, that is Aizawl, to Delhi. The days are not far off. It will help you to move out of Mizoram and see as many places as possible, because train passenger charges are also very low compared to the other modes of transport. It will give affordability for the people to move. It will help you to see as many places as possible. And I know many of the students from Mizoram, they travel to other places like that. They have education in Northeast Hill University, at Shillong, at Guwahati, at Delhi, at Mumbai, at Bangalore, at Chennai, Hyderabad, and so on. So many central universities. I encourage you, if it is possible, to move out of Mizoram and have education in good institutes of national importance. You can aim at admissions in those good institutions. Mizoram is a very good state with good climate, but of course we have less number of industries. Even if they are there, they are only small scale industries, not big industries we have. Very good environment and very good people. The very essence of the community living is in Mizoram. Helping each other, caring about others, and be content with what we have, not running after something. That is the peculiar characteristic of Mizo people. And nowadays Mizoram is the most peaceful state in the entire country. After some period of insurgency, with the signing of Mizo Accord, I think the state has become very peaceful. And as a politician, I would like to inform you that the political activity in Mizoram is totally different to that of politics in other parts of the country. You might be seeing the live programs of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha Parliament, and also you might be seeing some of the programs of the different assemblies in other states. Unlike those houses, the Mizoram Assembly has the distinction of having the conduct of proceedings. I was told that there was never the disruption of the assembly proceedings. That is, it should be the role model for the entire country. If at all in democracy, if you have to protest, you will protest and walk out of the house to show your protest. Even outside the assembly also, the political activity is so good. People, if they want to protest, they stand at a particular place, hold the placards showing their demands, protest for 1 hour, 2 hours, and disperse peacefully. I think this sort of a political activity should be the role model for the entire country. It is very good in Mizoram. Therefore, you are coming from such a disciplined society. The whole country is talking about the traffic discipline of Aizawl. You are aware of that? Everybody will follow the traffic discipline. I think with these good characteristics and with this good environment, I feel that you have a lot of future in your life. I wish you a very bright future in your life. I wish you to achieve the goals what you want to achieve. Thank you very much. I can answer whatever doubts you have or clarifications or questions you have.
Yes, sir, we'll have the interaction session. So you kindly raise your hands and the microphone will be given to you.
Hello. Honorable Sir, you hold a doctorate degree in electricals and control systems and had been an associate professor for more than 2 decades. You have also had a successful political career, and now you are the governor of Mizoram. Could you please tell us your greatest motivation to become what you are today?
Even while I was student, I was the school pupil leader, SPL. When I entered into the university as the student of engineering, I was elected as the secretary of the Students' Union. In that particular year, there was a student movement in Andhra demanding a separate state for Andhra Pradesh. As a student leader, I toured the entire state at the age of 18. During that movement, we were arrested and I was in jail for 32 days. Immediately after completion of my engineering course, in 1975, emergency was declared by the then Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Do you know what is emergency? During that emergency, all opposition leaders were jailed. All the people who opposed the emergency were put in jail. I was also in jail for 6 months during emergency under the Maintenance of Internal Security Act, that is called MESA at that time. I think we were the first people who were being imprisoned under that act. That act was enacted only during that period in 71-72. Therefore, it gave us one determination that we should be in politics. We should raise the voice of the people. If the dictatorial tendencies are there in the country, we should oppose them. We should strive for restoration of democracy. Like that we used to think and we used to formulate our ideas. Then my ambition became that I should become the member of parliament. And one day I should speak in the house, in that round, magnificent building which we call the Parliament House. That was my ambition. But sometimes when you are trying to achieve your ambition, before that you may be getting so many things. In 1999, I got the opportunity of contesting for assembly election. Initially, which I was not interested. Assembly, I was not interested. My aim was always to enter into parliament. But that is one stepping stone. Whatever the opportunity that comes to you, okay, let us accept and go ahead. I was elected to the Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly in 99. From 2004 to 2014, I didn't get an opportunity. In 2014, I got an opportunity to contest for Lok Sabha. In 2014, I won. And until 2019, I was the member of the Lok Sabha. I was also the president of the party in Andhra Pradesh, BJP, for 4 years. Whether you are holding any position or not, whatever the responsibility you are being given, if you pursue it with sincerity and do your hard work, I think all the positions which I aimed, they have come in my way. But I never imagined that I will become governor. We were in politics, we always aim at becoming MLA or MP. But I was very much fortunate to have this opportunity of becoming governor, appointed by the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable President of India, on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. And when I was given this responsibility, whatever the responsibility I was given in the party or in the legislatures, my objective is to do it with utmost sincerity and responsibility, to perform our duties to our utmost satisfaction. I think that sincerity will definitely make everybody to achieve what they want.
Sir, how do you feel at the first day of office as the governor with all the responsibilities on your shoulder?
As I told you, I was MLA, I was Member of Parliament. The responsibility of a Member of Parliament, Member of Legislative Assembly is totally different. It is the people's representative job. You are the people's representative, being a member of one of the houses. When I was appointed as the governor, it is a different role compared to the role of MLA and Member of Parliament. It is the constitutional responsibility. Therefore, it is a sort of change of role. But in a very few days, I understood the functioning of the governor, and I am able to discharge my duties as per the Constitution of India. By and large, we follow the Constitution of India. Whatever the responsibility of governor is there as per the Constitution of India, we will try to discharge. But we should draw the line between the role of the people's representative and the role of the constitutional responsibility. These two are different. We should understand it.
Sir, it's an honor to meet you. For my question, I would like to know your future plans for the development of Mizoram.
I want to see Mizoram as one of the developed states in all respects. When I came here, I tried to understand the position of the power situation in the state. Because the consumption of per capita power is one of the indicators for the economic development. The more you consume power, it indicates your prosperity. Therefore, the entire state of Mizoram needs about 145 megawatts of power. Then I was trying to understand how much power we are generating in our own state when we consume about 150 megawatts. We have only 2 small hydro projects of about 25 megawatts capacity. But at no point of time we generate more than 10 megawatts because due to lack of water in summer. Then we try to understand what will be the possibility of having more generation of power in the state of Mizoram. I was told that there is potential of about 2000 megawatts of hydro power generation which we can think about. Therefore, we are trying to rope in some of the central power sector undertakings like National Hydro Power Corporation, NHPC, or NEEPCO, and establish more power plants in Mizoram to achieve the self-sufficiency of power generation in Mizoram to the at least to the extent which we consume, what we consume. That is about 150 megawatts. I think generating 150 megawatts with our own resource should not be a difficult task in Mizoram. I think my understanding is that we should give top priority to see to it that the self-sufficiency in power generation is attained. The second thing at which I am very much happy in the state of Mizoram is Honorable Prime Minister's vision is that the Northeast is neglected so far. Not much developmental activity was taken up in Northeast, which we would have taken long ago. Therefore, his vision is every Northeast state should have the rail connectivity. Every Northeast state should have the air connectivity. And Northeastern state roads should be developed. National highways should be taken up in the Northeast. Even though the geographical terrain is difficult, but still now the attempt is that we should have national highways in Northeast. You will be surprised to know, as of today, in the state of Mizoram, the national highway projects developmental works were taken up with the investment of to the tune of 20,000 crores. 20,000 crores. Some of the road projects were being implemented by the state PWD. Some of the road projects were being implemented by the National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, NHIDCL Limited. Some of the border roads were taken up by the Border Road Organization. All these organizations put together, I think more than 1,500 kilometers of national highway is being under development today in Mizoram. Anybody recently traveled from Aizawl to Champai? No? I think a part of the road is being developed as national highway, and you can feel how enjoyable to have a ride on the national highway. I think such type of roads are going to come up in the state of Mizoram. One 4-lane highway is also being sanctioned between Silchar and Aizawl. But the problem is there are so many issues coming up in the way of construction of these national highways because of the forest clearances. But slowly, one by one, is going to be sorted out. And within 3 years of time, I think these national highways can be developed to the fullest extent. Then the travel in Mizoram will be more comfortable and easier and fast. I think railway project is going to be completed within 6 to 8 months of time. You will be having 4 railway stations in between Bhairavi and Sairang. Once the train starts running on this new line, I think it is one of the comfortable travel mode the people of Mizoram is going to have. I was reviewing various activities and came to know that if one has to travel from Aizawl to Silchar, I think that is the gateway for us to go out. Now how much time it will take? From Aizawl to Silchar? 6 hours? 7 hours? How much time? Not less than 6.5 hours. If one has to travel from Aizawl to Silchar, only mode of transport available is a sumo taxi. Each one has to pay at least 1200 to 1500 rupees to travel to Silchar. That is the difficult thing. Once the railway line is going to be completed, one can travel from Sairang to Silchar with an expenditure of about 150 rupees ticket. The travel time from Sairang to Silchar will be around 3 hours to 3.5 hours, half the time. I think that will be the game changer for the state of Mizoram. That will be the foundation for the economic development of the state of Mizoram. I think in so many activities Mizoram has potential. I was looking at fisheries. I think people eat fish in Mizoram. You know, the fish you are eating in Mizoram is coming from thousands of kilometers away, all the way from Andhra Pradesh. Only 1/3 of the fish consumed by Mizoram people is produced within Mizoram. But we have potential to produce more. I think we have to encourage the people to take up fishery activity. Like that you have so many activities where you have future for the development. Horticulture, dragon fruit. How much dragon fruit you produce from Mizoram, it has the market elsewhere, including Mizoram. I think we have to identify the potential and the demand for the products, and everybody should be involved in one economic activity or the other. Thereby we have to raise the gross domestic state product, gross state domestic product, GSDP. It should be increased from the present level so that the economic upliftment of the people will come. I think sky is the limit to work in Mizoram for utilizing the potential. in different sectors. One can have a vision for for coming 10 years, how Mizoram can be transformed in different fields. I think that is the way to work. That should be the motto of each and every politician in Mizoram. Then the state will go forward.
Okay, I will stand up now. We have had a very fruitful interactive session with the Honorable Governor. And of course, Honorable Governor is a very busy man. He has more engagements following this. And of course, the students will also be on the tour of Raj Bhavan, sir. They will be having the educational tour of Raj Bhavan after this session. And again, Honorable Governor is gracious enough to give you some snacks. So after this, you will have some snacks outside. You can come in the Darbar Hall again and have your snacks. So we are very thankful to Honorable Governor for this program. And we thank the CLS Academy for coming to Raj Bhavan and having this very warm and nice session with us. So we have come to the end of the program, and we will have the photo session, as we said. So first, the principal and the faculty can come up, and we'll begin with the photo session.